What's up, everybody? CodeMonkey Mike here. So I wanted to show myself for the first time and show where I write my code, which is a horse barn. So I wanted to downgrade my lifestyle a bit. I have some assets that I'm sitting on, I also have some debt. I just want to get rid of that debt. We could all get rid of debt, right? Let's face it, if anything, 2020 taught us that anything can go wrong, right? So I worked out a deal with the owner of this house over there, who was hardly ever home, by the way. It's a seasonal home. That I can stay here for free in this horse barn. And it literally was a horse barn. You can see there's stuff like this, like all over the place. This is a door. It was actually over there where that real door is, that regular door is. So the horses would come over and just peek over the door. So the deal is that they buy supplies, and I help turn this horse barn into a garage, and I get to live here for free and save some money. Ain't that sweet? The only thing I have to pay for is electricity, which is quite high, by the way, because I got this virtual network of heaters all over the place to keep this place warm. This is in upstate New York, out in the mountains of upstate New York, where, I mean, the winter starts in like early to mid September. It's crazy. I got it all connected with a smart home system so I can control it from my phone. But yeah, other than living for free, it gets quite expensive with the heat for now. But the insulation is pretty damn good. And I'm putting a lot of it in, so it helps. So I do save money because that's my only bill, and even more so than that, the owners over there, actually, when they go out of town, they don't stay here often, but when they come here and they leave food for me in their fridge over there, and the kitchen over there in their first floor. Very nice people, and it does help us. It does help out a lot. Pretty damn good people. I do have to trudge all through that snow over there most of the time when it snows. Sometimes you can get it plowed, but sometimes I have to park my car all the way out yonder over there. So it does get trying. But I stay over here, secluded, isolated, social distanced, and it helps me so I can stay here and do what I love to do, which is write code. Even have a lot of gym equipment here, so it helps me stay in shape. And you know, this is awesome. This is sweet. This is how you stay minimal. So here I want to take you onto a journey off to where I actually sleep. You see, I have here a tent cot. So it's like a cot, but it's a tent at the same time. It really is kind of comfortable. I use a blanket and comforters. And here you go. It's, again, back to my network of heaters right there. Keeps me warm. And geez, sometimes it can get like down to -5 degrees Fahrenheit. It's crazy sometimes how it gets to at nighttime in the winter. I even have an electric blanket right here. Keep me warm in those cold nights. But it's all good. It's a tiny room. It's well insulated and the heat stays trapped in here. So here I'm going to show you what I do. First thing in the morning, what I do is I pack this thing up. I take it apart, fold it up, pack it up, and get it out of the way so I can start my morning routine. So now I want to show you the other room that has a cool punching bag. But I've barely begun to crack the surface on this particular room in terms of renovations. As you can see, there isn't much done here at all, and I'm trying to conquer that next. But at least it is set up with my network of heaters. That's it, guys. Maybe I'll make another video about how I'm turning this garage and this horse barn into a garage. But that'll be about chit chat, I guess. This is supposed to be JavaScript for the most part. And some more progress on my end. I have a green screen. Right? One thing I learned about setting up a green screen is you'll notice I changed my shirt. You can't wear a green shirt because you'll disappear. You know, the funniest thing, I received a message from YouTube about my channel's stats during the year of 2020. There was a section where it was congratulating me for getting a whopping 15 new subscribers in the entire year of 2020. That's funny. So it was like in January of 2020, I had 55 subscribers, and I got 15 new subscribers over the course of the entire year by December. Wow. So let's make a deal. I got this really, really old chair that I sit on. It's totally falling apart. If I can pass another threshold of 15 more subscribers, I will buy a new chair. Trust me, I will. So click on that subscribe link if you want me to sit on a brand new chair. And if you want me to be a bit more personable, I can take off my mask. There you go. Handsome fella, ain't I? So if you want to see more, subscribe to my channel now. Hey, what's up everybody? CodeMonkey Mike here. So a lot of you folks in my previous video sent me messages asking about the installation I was using. Not that I want this to be a home improvement channel. Wow. But I figured, yeah, I can talk about some of the installation. It's rather interesting stuff when I started researching it.
Born to be bad.
I know from our sponsor, Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks, man. We love you, bro. Ha! Just kidding. But really, in my last video, I challenged myself that I would get a brand new office chair if I got a certain number of subscribers. Remember, YouTube had sent me an email congratulating me for getting a whopping 15 whole subscribers in the entire year of 2020. Whoa! So I did, and I got a total of 85 subscribers. So thank you! I got this nice new office chair, the Shaquille O'Neal office chair from the Office Depot. As noted on the OfficeDepot.com website, it says, enjoy the luxurious style, premium comfort, and high-end support from a new line of Shaquille O'Neal executive seating and exclusively from the Office Depot. Features include a standard headrest, good comfortable seat with stacked comfort seat construction, flexible lumbar support with ergonomic support technology, and much more. They're big on style, big on comfort, Shaq approved, and just right for the long days at the office or home office. And I have this due to subscribers like you. Thanks, guys. I love you guys. See, this right here is rock wool insulation. Very, very interesting stuff. Here's the usually traditional fiberglass, a little bit cheaper.
Huh? What are you? Oh, God! What the heck?
So this is the fiberglass insulation. Then this is the interesting stuff. So what I've been doing here, the original buy was this fiberglass insulation, which is normally what most people buy. It is cheaper than other insulation products. It is pretty standard, but there are a lot of negatives about it. So what I've been doing, I've been taking down a lot of this fiberglass that I've put into these cavities in between these studs. And because there's space between, I would say, behind the studs and the siding of the barn, so I've been putting some extra insulation. It'll help a great deal. So we're dealing with the electric heat, right? So basically, let me talk more about this. So this is where it gets interesting. Now, all insulation has R values, right? So it's a resistance, right? Resistance to heat or cold. Let's say the insulation that goes into the outer walls, they'll have a certain depth, and it would typically be R19 or fiberglass that goes in here. But you get more resistance from the rock wool. It would be up to R23. That's much better. A few more things about the rock wool versus the fiberglass is that the fiberglass is usually doused in formaldehyde, so it's usually unhealthy. So that doesn't happen with the rock wool. So that's 2 points right now. Greater resistance. Is not doused in formaldehyde. And then other things include, this is excellent for soundproofing. Phenomenal when you want a soundproof wall. Another thing good about rock wool. I saw this, and I can't find it right now. I can't really find it, but there was another video where on YouTube where there was a guy inside of a room. There was insulated with rock wool, and he was in a trade show, so it was extremely noisy on the outside, and he was describing how you can hardly hear it on the outside. It's like very low, but you go outside, it's a noisy show. Also, in that same video, there was a chunk of this rock wool on display. So there was a chunk of it on display, and people were passing by, and on one side of it, there was a blowtorch blowing the flame right into it, right? And people on the other side, they were coming up to it, and they were putting their hands on it, and just the blowtorch wouldn't burn it, and the people couldn't even feel the heat on the other side. That's how awesome this stuff is. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it does an awesome job. So why wouldn't you want to spend like 30% more for something like that? There are other options when it comes to, this is going to sound more like almost like a home improvement video, but I guess it's also going to sound a lot like a health video. A lot of installations out there are very unhealthy, right? We have the fiberglass, although I did have an installation person telling me that there's a blown version of it. You go up into an attic and you have this machine and you blow it out. So there's a blown version of rock wool that blows out in pieces like all over an attic. And they do that with fiberglass as well, and they said that this guy was explaining that it's even better than the rock wool comes out because this has particles, something like disseminates it makes particles in the air or something like that. And that version of it was particle free, and you can have formaldehyde. Maybe that's pretty good static insulation. I don't know. But there are others. There is spray foam, which people typically say to stay away because of the chemicals that it emits. I guess you can see here, this spray foam is like regular small spray foam, something like that. But what they have is versions where it would just fill. You spray it in, and it will just fill everything, right? So I hear a lot of chemical engineers and people know their stuff. They stay away from that. I don't know what's worth talking about. Hemp, yeah, they make insulation out of hemp, which is very healthy. It's called hempcrete and all these weird marketing terms of it. I think that hemp is starting to make a comeback in the U.S. They had previously banned it for the most part because it looked exactly like marijuana, even though it wasn't. It was indistinguishable from helicopter people growing weed and whatnot. But yeah, so there are a lot of different options. And personally, I think their rock wool is really great in terms of its resistance to fire. Its R value for its depth, and also the soundproofing, and there's no chemicals at all. It comes in bags like this, right? So it's called bats. For anybody who doesn't know anything about this stuff. And to give you the rundown of what rock wool is actually a company name. The type of insulation is called mineral wool. Rock wool happens to be the most common company to make mineral wool insulation. So it turns out that rock wool and mineral wool are almost synonymous, right? So people think of it in the same way. It's almost like saying Clorox or bleach. It's made of rock. More specific, rock is melted down at about 3,000 degrees into like a magma-like liquid. And then somehow it's spun around like cotton candy into these long fiber-like strands. So here's a rundown. Number one, it's made from natural material. Number two, it's up to 75% recycled material. Number three, it actually retains heat and the transfer of heat, which is also responsible for its soundproofing properties. Number four, it's fire resistant for up to 1,400 degrees. Woohoo! Now that's hot. Number five, it's water repellent. Number six, it's sound deadening. So yeah, going back to soundproofing. Number seven, there's more insulation and more value per square inch than that of the most common fiberglass. Number seven, it pretty much lasts forever. I remember I was watching a YouTube video where the first building in Paris was being renovated and some walls were being torn down. And it was like one of the first buildings to ever use NeuroWall. And they took it out of the walls and it seemed like it was a brand new product. And so yeah, it's just, who knows how long it could officially last, because that was like 50 years ago. So amazing. Number 9, it allows moisture to escape, which actually deters mold. Number 10, they actually fit in nice and snug. They can be tucked in. They're not like fiberglass and they fall over and you have to staple them in. They're actually pretty good that way. Very nice, very easy to install. You don't have to staple all over the place. And that snugness allows for less air to go around the insulation as it's in the wall, right? And in the cavities between the studs, right? And best of all, it's not doused in flame retardant, formaldehyde, or other chemicals, so it's perfectly healthy. And so whether you want to be a code monkey and like JavaScript all day, if you just want to sit in your living room, you can rest assured that there isn't any harmful chemicals that's emanating from your walls waiting to get you. Oh, yeah. If mom and dad want to have any fun at nighttime, the kids won't hear anything if you use an R15 in your interior walls. You're welcome.
CodeMonkey, CodeMonkey, CodeMonkey Mike.
Holy crap, you guys! I just got the new MasterCard Gold Card. I'm traveling right now. I just brought my mail with me. Didn't realize I had this. I just unboxed it. Didn't open this up yet. You know what? This is it's worth taking my mask off for. Look, this is like the king of kings. This is like the most prestigious card ever. The MasterCard Gold Card. It is absolutely amazing. There's like only a select few can even get this card. It is insane. This card actually has an annual fee of $995. Can you imagine? This is like the most prestigious thing ever. If you put this thing in your wallet, you would just be like floating on prestige. You'll walk down the street and people realize that you're prestigious. So check it out. If you look at the luxurycard.com MasterCard Gold site, the explanation of this card, you'll see that the airfare redemption rate versus the competition is, my God, I mean, look at this. It's like MasterCard Gold is 2%, Chase Sapphire is 1.5, American Express Platinum card is only 1, right? It's amazing. If you scroll down a little bit right here, cashback redemption versus the competition, MasterCard Gold 2%, Chase Sapphire only 1%, American Express Platinum only 0.6%. Right? The card weight, this is amazing. The card weight, this is absolutely amazing. Look at this. So the Chase Sapphire Reserve is only 13 grams, and look at this. MasterCard Gold is 22 grams. Can you imagine this? This is amazing, right? Right. So we scroll down here. Right. Well, the points. Well, yeah. I guess we can. Let's just open this. Let's just open this card. Let's just see what this card looks like. All right. Luxury card, right? Look nice. Look, again, luxury card, right? Look at all this stuff. Who cares about this, right? Ah, nice. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. Oh man. Oh, let's see this. What's going on here? What the hell? I mean, I don't get it. I put it, it's not over here. I didn't drop it. They sent me the card box without the card. I took off my mask with this. Hey guys, do me a favor here. Hit that thumbs up button, right? I'm just having fun here. So if you like the fact that I'm having fun, give me a like, all right? Or if you don't like it, just give me a big old thumbs down. That'll be fine. But make sure you comment on the video. Give me a comment. Let me know what you didn't like. If you think I suck, to say, Mike, you suck, man. Just give me that comment. But give me that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs down. Whatever it is. And hey, don't forget, to give that subscribe button a pound. There you go, like that, right there, bam, right there, on that subscribe button, that big red button right there. I know you want to. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to say that the term you guys is gender specific. I know there's a lot of shaming going on right now with people saying you guys, and they don't feel comfortable anymore because a lot of people say, hey, there's girls in this group, you're supposed to say y'all or something like that, because guys is just for men, you know, because it's not inclusive. But I wanted to say I was just about to make a new video. Obviously, if you subscribe to my channel, I have a channel about tech and finance, about making money and so on. I was making a video about SEO, so be sure to check that out. It's coming out in the next few days. But I was looking at my stats, and holy crap, look at this. So in the last 28 days, I got 996 unique viewers, right? 100% of them are men. Look at that. That's insane. So just so you know, you guys, everybody's on my channel is a guy. So hey, I'm going to be saying you guys. I'll catch you later, guys. What's up, you guys? CodeMonkey Mike here. So I wanted to talk about how cold it is out here in the mountains of upstate New York. So a few weeks ago, a friend of mine asked me how cold it is, and I sent him a screenshot of my weather app, and it showed it was, so I just converted it into Celsius because he's not in the US, so it wasn't Fahrenheit, but it was like negative 23 degrees Celsius, right? Which is like negative 9 Fahrenheit. And so he was amazed. He just couldn't believe it. He said, when I was describing the temperatures to him, he said it sounded like Siberia, like I'm out in Russia somewhere. I'm like, yeah, sometimes it gets like that, right? Because sometimes it doesn't even go above freezing temperature, you know, 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, of course. It won't even rise above freezing temperature in the daytime. And sometimes it'll even be colder in the daytime when it's perfectly sunny than it was at nighttime. And you can go like this for like days straight, sometimes a couple of weeks straight, where it just never goes above freezing temperature. So his question to me was, how do I dress when I actually go outside, and go places? So I'm going to be talking today about how I dress and how I dress up. Obviously I have some stuff here right now. I have a sweater, I have another sweater on top of it. I just put this on for the video. So I wanted to make this video because it reminded me of a video that I saw just like not even 2 months ago. It was a video by someone who lives in Yucatan, right? Which is like, it's an actual city in Siberia. All right, so that's a little blooper right there because it's actually not called Yucatan. It's a little confusing. It's either called Yakutia or Yukush. And I think either one is okay, and I don't really know why. So I'll put the link in the description below. There's a YouTuber who has a bunch of videos about being in the coldest city in the world, you know, out in Siberia. In the title of this particular video, she has Yakutia, but she only says Yakutia only once in the entire video. And it's like 4 or 5 times you see her saying Yakush, right? And she even captions it with a different spelling. So I guess it's one and the same. Maybe it's something like the way New York City is a city inside of a much larger geographical region of New York State. Maybe it's like that. But if you know, let me know. Give me a comment down below. So we'll figure this out. But yeah, check the link in the description if you want to check out this place called Yakutia or Yakush, which is insanely cold. So a perfectly modern city, and they were just describing what they had to do, what their daily life was, right? They have to park their cars in a heating garage all the time. And if they go out to work and they park in the parking lot, they have to actually leave the cars on, right? Because otherwise the cars will get damaged from the cold. It was like crazy. So it's not that cold here in upstate New York, but it's almost that way, right? So I'm going to be describing the clothing that I wear, just as a video that I can use to send him, and I can just post on the channel just to let everybody know how cold it can get, you know, even in the United States. Some people in other states, a little bit further south, don't understand how cold it can get because they've never felt it that way before, right? Even if in New York City, right, all you have to do is drive like 3 hours to the north in the state of New York, and the cold is just so insane. It's just such a dramatic difference from New York City to upstate New York. So yeah, so here we go. So this is what I'm going to be showing you. I guess this is what I'm going to be wearing tomorrow, right? So these are the pants. These pants are a little bit thinner than some of my pants. right? So normally I would wear something like these underneath, right? So sometimes I go because of those pants, because those pants are, right? So because those pants are a little bit thinner, so what I would do is I would probably put on, now these are like pajamas, right? These are like you would just wear to bed, but they're nice and thick, thermal and warm, right? So I would just wear that underneath there, underneath these pants, just because they're thinner. But normally I would go something like these, you know, something like the long johns or something like that, some sort of thermal underwear underneath, right? So that's for the pants. Now the socks, so these are like hunter's socks. So I just go buy these in Walmart. They're really thick, right? Look at that, right? They're really thick, and they really keep you warm. They really keep your toes warm, right? So now for the tops, I have like usually like 4 or 5 layers, even more than that sometimes, right? So I try to go with a tank top, because I usually take an extra large, so I try to go with a tank top that's this large, right? So it's nice, it's more tight and on my skin, right? So it just feels better, makes me warmer. Then on top of that, I usually have a t-shirt, right? This is a black t-shirt, black or white, whatever. So this is a black t-shirt I put on top of it, right? Then I go for double layers of sweaters, or even triple layers or whatever, right? So here is a hoodie that I would wear. So this will be a hood that I can put on. And then on top of that, this will be another sweater. The reason why I wanted to make this video today, I think that this is going to be the last use of this sweater. This is like, I've had this for like 15 years, man. It's crazy. So I usually keep things for a long time, keep them in good condition, but I'm about to probably throw these away. You know, there's a button missing here. There's a couple of rips in here. So I don't know. I don't want to get too much worse or look like a bum. I'll probably drop it off into a donation box. Let them decide if they want to give it away or something. But yeah, so that's going to be my last usage. So that it'll be like the hoodie with this on top, right? And then I wrap myself around with this. There's another sweater without a hoodie, right? So yeah, so that'll be that. And if it's insanely intense, if the cold is intense, or if I'm going to be outside for an extended period of time, you generally know, because I just take my car to wherever I need to go. But if I'm walking, I don't know, big parking lot, or even, I don't know, whatever it is, so I might have a ski mask, but this is rare. This is in case I need to actually walk somewhere or be outside for a while. And then on top of that, I might have, and it all depends on how cold and how windy it is. Now this helps if I put this on top, right? So this really helps. I generally think of it as a rain jacket, but it's it really helps. Keeps everything insulated. It keeps the heat from escaping, keeps the wind from really becoming an annoyance. So I can wear that, or it could vary. I mean, I have a leather jacket as well. It depends on the day, depends on the weather, depends on the wind, depends how cold it is. But yeah, so that's it. Okay, so this was too funny. So a day after, which was a few days ago, but a day after I made the film of the clothing, I was down the road at the nearest gas station, 10 minutes away, and I started receiving these alert messages from my phone, and it kept going. I was at the gas station, I pushed OK, and I stopped it, and my whole ride home, it was like, it was doing that over and over again. I was like, man, it must be a crazy storm coming in, right? So as soon as I stopped the car and I got home, this happened, right? And you can see how freaking, it's like out of nowhere, boom. It was just completely unexpected. So yeah, this is crazy weather. And so if you ever want to save some money, you live out in an area like this. You don't go to the beach, because you're on the beach, you end up buying things, you end up going out, maybe going out to eat, or just going out and buying beach clothing or whatever it is. But if you're in a place like this, you got nothing to do, you might have to buy some extra clothing. But yeah, well, other than that, it's crazy. And I couldn't even hold the camera too long. My fingers are freezing cold just from holding it like 10 seconds. That's how cold it was. So yeah, speaking of which, I mentioned that I was gonna put this in a clothing drop box, right? But I gave it some thought. This is really, really nice clothing. It wouldn't be good to have a channel about saving money and being frugal if I was going to just do something like that, right? Because I'm thinking that, oh, I'll just go out to the dry cleaner. I'll get them to sew up these little things around the cuffs where the problem area is. Both cuffs have it. I'll just replace all the buttons. And I can't imagine this costing more than 15 bucks, right? And just to go out and buy another sweater, it'll be more than that, right? So yeah, if we want to try to be frugal and save money and get by, I mean, I'm sure this thing is going to be like brand new because overall the material is pretty good. But so yeah, that is a good bet. So thanks you guys. So that's how it is. That's what we have to do. We're out in the cold in a frigid climate. So yeah, it is kind of crazy, but yeah. So if you like the cold, just give that like button a pound, right? Let me know that you liked it. Give me a comment. Let me know where you live. Let me know if you live in an area where it's even, you know, more frigid than this. That would be cool. All right, take care, you guys. Oh yeah, so if you haven't watched this video already, watch this video right here about, you know, coding from a horse barn. So I'm sure you get a kick out of it. Laters. Hey, what's up everybody? CodeMonkey Mike here. So today I wanted to demonstrate going to be some image upload functionality that's going to mimic a project I co-founded a few years back. Basically, I just want to go into like a grand finale with the coding videos here because I don't want to do the coding videos anymore. You see my original videos on this channel, the first few videos or so, you know, they were like coding tutorials. So now I have a completely separate channel called Coding with CodeMonkey Mike, link in the description below, where you can find stuff like that. The inspiration of this video, there's a few things that inspired this video. Obviously, the upload functionality was on a website that was like sort of like a social experience for the tattoo industry, where, you know, it would connect the artist to the enthusiast. And, you know, so we dealt heavily with the visualization, the images, and showing the artwork and so on, showing tattoos on display. But the real inspiration of this video was that, so I guess it was back in 2017, I had created a YouTube channel for that particular company. The project wasn't going so good and we sort of abandoned it. And the same thing we did the same thing with the YouTube channel, right? I had made, I think it was 11 videos. One of those videos that I had made, like a few months later, like out of the blue, had like 100,000 views. What? Another 6 months, it was a couple million views. And another 6, you know, what? After a year, it was like, you know, millions. Another 2 years, you know, fast forward to today. So it's like 5 years down the road, it has like almost 20 million views. Damn! I'm going to be showing some of the images that I showed in that video, and I'm going to be recreating the software that we use on that website for those images and so on. So this is sort of like a dedication to that video, and we'll see how it goes. So let me get started here. Obviously, you know, when I code, I have to do it right. This is my magic hat right here. All right. This is CodeMonkey Mike. So here we go. Let's open up some things here. I can open up. All right. Get things started. All right. That's quite a bit. Okay. Whew. All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna close this off right now. Might be too much code for one video. I guess with this video, I'm just gonna compact this section right down, have some music in there. Then we'll go over to go over to my secondary channel. I'll make some subsequent videos of this.
What's the next step? What do I gotta do?
Of this tutorial, of this video, or this session, or whatever you want to call it. And we'll talk about code over there. Oh yeah, I guess one of the reasons you guys came by was to see some of those images from that other video, that other viral video that I had made. So here we go. I'm going to show them right here, right now, and then right after that, you can stay on. We'll keep jamming again if you want to see some more code. But yeah, all right, here we go. All right, so that's it. Yeah, so that video was well received on another channel. It was just amazing how many people loved it. And the comments were phenomenal. People were like, you know, this is beautiful artwork. This is a good way to use tattoos. It's amazing how it, transforms people when they can otherwise feel, depressed or just down about, having scars and so on. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. But I just want to say, man, I suck, man. I totally suck. Right, because I was working on this project related to tattoos, and I never had a tattoo. I don't know. I guess it was like, I was thinking, yeah, if the project becomes really successful, yeah, I might get a tattoo or something. But I thought it was fun working on it, but I never got a tattoo. So I don't know. I guess it would have been weird, working at a company that was successful, and it was like a social media type company related to the tattoo industry, and I didn't have any tattoos. That would have been strange, but I don't know. So I don't know. If you think I suck, man, then post out in the comments below and let me know. If not, just give me a like on this video. Anyways, but yeah, let's close it off right there. But give this video a like if you like this content. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let's keep jamming.